from Coach, and then direct your questions to Jenna. We'll dismiss her and then go back for questions for Coach. Coach, you may go ahead with your opening statement.
Thanks a lot. What was your name?
Kylie.
Kylie, thanks a lot for everything. I want to say just think it's, it's tough, when the host team gets knocked out, and I thought the crowd was good tonight. Really appreciated everybody that came out, and hopefully tomorrow night it's a packed stadium in front of a big time ESPN audience.
All right, now questions for Jenna. Go ahead.
Late game last night, faced a lot of adversity with Montana going out. Then you came back today against a really good Tennessee team and put up a good fight. Just as a seasoned senior on the team, what do you think that this SEC tournament did for y'all, gearing up now for NCAA tournament?
Yeah, and first of all, I also want to say thank you to all the Arkansas staff and everyone who put on this tournament. They did an excellent job with the weather delays, the rain delays. I mean, the things you guys had to adjust to were amazing. So congrats on that. You guys put on a really good tournament. And absolutely, this SEC tournament is always a fun one. And we found grit, we found passion, we found heart. I mean, our leader went down and we had people step up, and it's really cool to see a team come together at the right time and peak at the right time. And we're not going to hang our heads on this loss tonight. We stayed with a really good Tennessee team, and we competed with an Arkansas team last night in a great environment, in a great place, in a great campus and stadium. So it was really cool for our team to come together.
Could you talk a little bit about the production at the top of the order? You guys were 4 for 10, scored 5 of the 6 runs tonight.
It's definitely coming together. We wanted to step up in that last inning, though. That you got to come through in the beginning of the game and the end of the game. Those are your two most important at bats. And in the top of the order, we want to step up more often. And yes, 4 for 10 is a good number to put up, but we believe we can do more. And so that's something we're going to work on. And being more disciplined, I had an at bat where I swung things over my head, and I'm more disciplined than that. And so we can come through in the last inning, and we know that about ourselves. So we're going to work on that here forward.
Thank you.
Now turning to the Zoom, Maxwell, you may unmute yourself.
Yeah. Jenna, obviously, even dating back to the last series in the regular season with Ole Miss, the offense has kind of seemed to hit another level recently. We've talked a lot about it during the season, but what has, what was there a switch that turned, or what kind of happened over the last, 6 games?
Well, it's definitely Mudita. It's coming together at the right time and peaking at the right time. We've seen glimpses of it all season, and it's really putting it together, getting everybody hot at the right time. And I think it's coming to fruition here.
Now, Katie.
Hey, Jenna. Just over this tournament, the last 3 games y'all have played, just what kind of fight have you seen from this team with each game going a little bit differently? But kind of going back to the first questions as senior leader, just maybe what have you learned about your team that you can carry into postseason?
Well, first of all, hey, Katie, and those are my Tuscaloosa people. I knew I recognized those voices, but yeah, we definitely learned about ourselves and we fought hard, and we're going to continue to carry that on into postseason and just learning to roll with the punches. And we saw this video that Hep made us, and he's one of the best I've ever met with the media, and it said, who's going to be tougher longer? And that's been our motto this week. Who's going to be tougher longer? Who's going to throw the last punch? And so you saw that a lot last night in the Arkansas game, and we weren't able to come through in the Tennessee one, but we know we have it in us.
Any more questions for Jenna? All right, thank you. You may be dismissed.
Thank you. Thank y'all.
All right, now questions for Coach. Ethan, you may go ahead.
Yeah, just hearing what Jenna just said about, she said a pretty good tournament, but still taking ownership, saying that she could have done better. What does that mean as a coach whenever you hear players like that, especially your veterans, saying, I know we can do better?
It's awesome, and appreciate you being here again. At the beginning of the year, we talked about 2 words: affirmation and accountability. Affirming means I'm affirming the behavior that I like in you. Accountability is I'm holding you accountable to something that maybe that you should be doing. And we're trying to make those 2 as easy as possible for everybody on the team. Yes, I'm going to affirm you, but I'm also going to hold you accountable, because if I affirm the behavior that I love in you, it should be pretty easy to hold you accountable as well. So they've been working on this since August. And the other thing that's come out of it is they take accountability for their own actions, which is a rarity. And this is one of the best teams that I've had that have done this, and they've grown up in a hurry. So I appreciate exactly what she said, and I appreciate you noticing it.
Jason?
You guys got to, it's pretty early. Talk about some of the approach that you guys had at the plate.
Well, it wasn't very many strikes, so I put the take on early, and I don't know what she walked 3. You know, she's a really good pitcher. She was freshman of the year, correct? And didn't get an out, so that's a feather in our cap, and something that we need to take with us and not hold our heads. But the other part of that is the young lady that came in, we let her kind of get a little too comfortable. And, 1, 2, 3 innings in a row where she shut us out. And that to me was the big part of the game, because, they punched back and then we didn't do much. And I think all of their runs were with 2 outs, and every one of them was by a home run. So we got to do better with that, keep the ball in the park, but we also need to finish hitters or lineups when we get 2 outs. We can't let, the first 2 kids got out and then they scored 4 runs. So we gotta be better at that.
Now back to Zoom. Maxwell, you may unmute yourself.
Yeah. I have 2 questions. Just on Ashley Pring, I think for the tournament, 3 home runs, 5 walks, out there near the top line. What have you seen from her and the impact that she's made in the 3 games?
Yeah, I think she really showed why she was first team all conference. I mean, she's a very dangerous hitter. Usually she's really, really good with the strike zone, like you said, with the walks. But she's our threat, and she did it tonight again. And I think everybody realizes that's the person, but she continues to produce, which is really cool to see. She's having a really good senior year, and we're going to need her big time in the next couple of weeks.
And then you talked a lot about how the team hasn't had, at least before the SEC tournament, they hadn't played their best game in all 3 phases. Obviously the offense has played some of its best games as of late. What is your takeaway over, coming from Ole Miss and the SEC tournament?
Well, the negative tonight is we out hit them, but they got 3 home runs and a big one with a grand slam. So they got big hits. We didn't get enough of them. But I think there was a lot of kids that did a lot better the last 2 weekends. Kristen White has really come on in the 9 spot because she's turning the lineup over. That's what we need to do. Larissa Pruitt had a good weekend. Jenna was pretty good this week. Emma, a lot better. She's seen the ball a lot better, executed a couple things for us. It's still a big positive for me. So I'm not going to get down. They're not going to get down. It was a good college softball game.
All right, Katie, we'll go with you and then we'll end it with Adam.
Hey Murph, I know you're obviously disappointed with what happened in the bottom of the first, but from that point on, with what you got from Jayla and Lauren, kind of with Montana's status unknown for a little bit, what did you like that you saw of the pitchers after kind of getting punched in the mouth in the bottom of the first?
Yeah, both Jayla and Lauren did a good job. And, there's 3 things in high level softball that you need. You need a great start. You need the pitcher to give us a chance to win. You need great team defense, and then you need the timely hitting. And I thought we got 2 out of 3, and that's not good enough against a team like Tennessee. You had to go 3 for 3. And unfortunately, our start wasn't very good, but then the next 2 came in and picked it up a lot, made some really good pitches against some good hitters. And I think they should be confident going into the next weekend, because this is the most fun time of the year. This is Sunday night is like Christmas Day for everybody in here. For me, it's better than St. Patrick's Day. It's better than Christmas. It's better than 4th of July. So this is what you work for 10 months, and you see what's going on Sunday night. So, and it never gets old seeing Alabama on the TV screen. And I think it's going to be 23 in a row, Nate. And we will not take it for granted. And it's a streak that we're really proud of. And it's an exciting time of the year. And if we get a chance to host, it'll be 18 in a row.
Adam, do you still have a question?
All right. Thanks a lot, you
Thank you.
guys. Really appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.